Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy if you've never seen me before or you're joining me here for the first time today. Today I have a really exciting palette to try for you guys. This is the SOSU in collaboration with Keilidh Urban Bible palette, and let me tell you, this is a staple palette. I really wanted to get my hands on this palette, and when Keilidh contacted me asking if I wanted to try it, I was so excited because obviously I wanted to try it. I mean, look at it. I do just want to address that although Keilidh did contact me and send me this palette direct, it's not going to change my opinion on the palette, although I have already obviously filmed this and there's no bad comments to be said about it anyway. But I just want to let you know that even though she did send me this palette, my review is completely truthful, and if I didn't like something or didn't like the quality of the shadows, I will always let you guys know, as you should know by now from my previous videos. But without further ado, if you do want to see how I created this beautiful teal and orange eyeshadow look using this palette, then please keep watching. So I've done that really lazy thing once again where I've already started by having my eyebrows filled in. It's just so much easier and it's one less thing to think about filming. But in my next tutorial I will show you how I've been doing my brows recently, because I have been getting questions. I've literally just been using the Anastagia Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe and running it through my brows and then just carving them out, and it's so quick and easy. But I definitely will show you that in the next one, don't worry. As I always do to prime my eyes before I get started on the eyeshadow, I'm using my P. Louise base. This is in the shade Rimmel 0. This one is limited edition. If you guys are going to buy one, first of all, you can use my code, which is Lsgmakeup 10, but also you will not receive it in this packaging, unfortunately. You will receive it in their classic like black and gold packaging, but it's one of the best products I own and I literally cannot do a look without it. I'm just distributing this along my lid first, and then I'm going to blend it in with a dry beauty sponge, again just because I'm lazy and I can't really be bothered to pat it in with a brush, so I'm just using a sponge today. So recently I've noticed I've been doing a lot more rounded eyeshadow looks than anything else, so I thought I'd take it back to basics and go in with a sharp edge. So I'm just taking this tape, I think it's called microporous tape, but every time I mention it in a video I get it wrong, so someone always ends up correcting me in the comments, but it's just tape. I mean, you could use sellotape if you wish to, but this is just what's going to give us the nice sharp edge across our eyeshadow. For my eyeshadow today, I'm taking a really exciting new palette. This is the Urban Bible palette by SOSU in collaboration with Keilidh. First of all, let's just look at this colour scheme. You wouldn't sort of think to put these colours together, but Keilidh did, and it works so well. So I have already used this when I went on a night out a few nights ago. I used the shade Unruly, but I haven't really tested any of the other shades in this palette yet. So I'm really excited to try it today, and I'm definitely gonna be digging into this yellow shade. You already know, guys, I love a good sunset eye, so I'm gonna be using this one, all of it, hopefully. So as you can see, this palette is a really versatile palette. I love the fact that Keilidh decided to include half of it being colourful eyeshadows and then half of it being really neutral eyeshadows, so you can really achieve so many different looks with this palette. There's 16 shades, half of them are obviously colour, like I said. We've got five shimmer shades in here, and the rest are matte. And I believe this palette retails at about £30. I'm not sure what that is in like euros or anything like that, but I think it's about £30 in the UK. It does also have a really big mirror, which is really handy if you were traveling with this palette. I definitely will be traveling with this palette because it's such a handy little compact size, and like I said, it's got colours for every look you want to do, and it's also got a mirror, which is really handy as well. So enough of me rambling, I'm going to jump straight in with the eyeshadow, and I'm going to start taking the shade Unruly. Unfortunately, I do not have the SOSU / Keilidh eyeshadow brush collection that goes alongside this palette. However, I am going to be taking a Makeup Addiction shader brush. This is just a tiny little fluffy blender brush, and I'm picking up the shade Unruly and going straight through my crease. This colour is literally the perfect sort of cranberry autumn winter colour. It's absolutely beautiful, and I saw Keilidh's video about this palette, obviously, and she said that you can create so many different colours with this one colour, if that makes sense. So you can blend it out and create a lighter sort of pink, or you can really pack it onto the eye and create a really dark sort of cranberry colour. I'm just obsessed with this shade. I think it's unreal. The next shade I'm picking up is the red shade in the palette. I know it's showing up orange on my camera, but it's definitely red. This is called Sacred Fire, and I'm picking that up on a tapered crease brush by Makeup Addiction. I'm not sure how well you guys can see what's happening, but that red shade mixing with the unruly shade is making the most beautiful sort of pink cranberry colour. I'm literally obsessed with these eyeshadows. They're so pigmented as well and so blendable. At this point, I literally feel like the eyeshadows are doing all the work for me. I don't even feel like I'm having to apply much pressure or effort at all, and they're just blending out. The next shade I'm going to be taking is Majesty, which is this gorgeous sort of burnt orange shade here. And again, I'm using another Makeup Addiction brush. This one is the Controlled Blender brush. The only reason I'm using all Makeup Addiction brushes is because they really kindly gave me a top-up set of my favourite set of brushes from them that I already had, and these ones are obviously brand new and they're clean and they're fresh, so I thought these would be the best ones to use today. I'm not doing a lot with this colour. I'm literally just using it to diffuse that red edge, and then I'm going to go on top with Faith, which is the yellow shade in the palette. So now it's time for the true test. I'm going to go in with the shade Faith, which is the yellow shade in the palette, on my Morphe JH38 brush and go above that orange. People who have been following me or watching me for a long time would know how fussy I am about yellows. Yellow is definitely one of my favourite eyeshadow colours, but I'm so fussy about the formulation of different yellows across different palettes. Just for reference, the Juvia's Place Zulu palette yellow is my favourite yellow that I've ever tried at the moment. It's so bright, but it's like the perfect yellow for me. I don't know what it is about that yellow, I just love it so much. So I'm very excited to use this one, and I'm hoping that it will be my new fave. Okay, it's a lot sheerer than I thought. Oh, it's really showing up on camera actually. It's showing up on camera a bit more than it is in my mirror, but it is a really nice yellow. I guess it's just buildable, which isn't a bad thing at all. So I really like that yellow shade, and I'm so glad because, like I just said, I'm very picky about yellows, but I really like that and I love all the colours I've used. However, now you can see that that first shade Unruly is looking a little bit patchy and not very blended, so I'm just going to go back in with the same brush and the same colour and keep building it up until it looks blended into the other shades. This palette is literally on another level. I love it. Now I'm taking the dark purple shade, which is called Sacrifice, and the same brush that I started with the Unruly shade, and I'm just going to pack that on my inner and outer corners because I'm going to do a halo eye, of course. You guys already know what I'm going to use to cut my crease. It's the same as always, the P. Louise base in the shade 0 and my Zoeva 144 concealer brush. I just like to look in my mirror, dot right in the middle, dot one to the side and one to the inner corner, and then just join them up to make a halo shape. Now my crease is cut, I'm going to start working my way back in towards the centre of the eye. So I'm starting with the shade Sacrifice. And taking the shade of Freedom, which is the purple just above it, right next to that. With the purple shimmer shade named Myth, just slightly in next to that, and then I'm going to go in with Aura, I don't know how to say that word, which is this shiny teal blue colour right in the centre of the lid. Just to make it pop that tiniest bit more, I'm just going to take the brand new Peaches and Cream pigment. This is in the shade Pool Party, which is a really beautiful teal shade. It's really similar to the one I've got on my lid. And I'm just going to put that right in the centre just to add a little bit more shine. And the last thing I'm going to do for my eyes before I pop on some false lashes is just taking a liquid eyeliner. This one is the Morphe liquid liner, and I'm just going to run that in a line across my lash line. So I've just smothered my skin in moisturiser to keep it nice and, well, moisturised. And today I thought for foundation, rather than using the same old foundations I always use in my videos, I wanted to try the Anastagia stick foundations. I have got a lot of these because they kindly sent them in my initial PR package from them, but I haven't really tried them much yet. So I've picked up the shades Warm Alabaster and Cool Beige. I have no idea if these are going to match my skin at the moment. If not, I'm sure I can find another shade in there which will. But I'm just going to go ahead and have a try at these. And I'm just taking a Kabuki foundation brush to blend that out. First thing I've noticed is that they do not smell very nice. They have quite a strong scent. I honestly don't really know how to use stick foundation. I've never tried them before, but I've been desperate to try the Makeup Forever stick foundation, but I just never got my hands on it. And also foundation colour picking is something I'm really bad at when it's in person, let alone having to order it online. So I just never ordered it. But I really do still want to try that actually, because I know it was raved about on YouTube for so long and I'm still yet to try it. And taking the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer underneath my eyes. Then I'm using the SOSU by Suzanne Jackson SOSU by Suzanne Jackson Complete Contour Palette, and I'm going to dip into this shade here, shade 2, but I'm not going to go very hard with it because you guys know I'm not the best at cream contouring. And then using shade 3 to powder underneath my eyes and shade 6 to go over that contour. To highlight, I'm taking the best highlight palette at the moment, which is the Bperfect in collaboration with Mmmmitchell Sub Zero highlighter palette. First of all, it's got my name on it. How cute is that? I'm going to be dipping into basically all of these 4 shades here because I can't choose just one, so I'm going to dip my brush into all of them. So back in for my under eyes, I'm starting by taking the Anastagia Dark Side Waterproof Gel Liner. I'm going to take that on my waterline, and then I'm just going to blend it out using basically all the same shades that I used on the top in the same order underneath my eye. So for anyone who's been living under a rock and has not seen anything about this collection, Keilidh also came out with 3 pairs of eyelashes with SOSU. So we have got Ego. These are the shortest and, well, I would not say shortest, but smallest sort of pair out of the 3. Then we have got Black Heart, which are really similar to Ego, but they're just a little bit longer and a little bit fuller. Then we have got Keilidh, which are really, really full the whole way throughout and obviously stay sort of longer the whole way. So I'm not really sure which ones I'm going to use today. Part of me wants to use Keilidh because obviously Keilidh. And then part of me kind of wants to use Black Heart. I think I'm going to go for Black Heart today just because I keep looking at them, so they must be calling my name. And to finish up with lips, I was kind of going back and forth between wanting to do a dark lip and then an orange lip, something that was going to match the eyeshadow, and I think I want to do an orange lip just because why the hell not, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna go in first with a Rimmel lip liner. This one is 104 Call Me Crazy, and then I'm gonna go on top with the Zoeva Theatrical Extravaganza lip crayon. So guys, here we have my finished look using the SOSU x Keilidh Urban Bible palette. You guys can judge for yourselves what you thought about it, but oh my god, this is definitely going to be one of my new favorite palettes for sure. I know you guys probably think, oh my god, she says that about every palette, but seriously, this is some good stuff. Like, she absolutely killed this palette without a doubt. I just want to say a really huge congratulations to Keilidh, because I know what a lovely person she is and how hardworking she is and how much effort was put into this palette to make sure it was absolutely perfect and up to standards, and I really do applaud her for it, because this as the final outcome is a really stunning palette, and I'm really glad I now have this in my collection because it's definitely going to become a staple. I probably don't have to because you all know who she is anyway, but if you guys have never seen Keilidh or watched any of her videos or anything like that, I will be linking her down below. Please go and follow her and subscribe to her and stuff like that, because she is really genuinely one of the nicest YouTubers I've met, well, YouTubers slash influencers that I've met in person, and she is so humble and so lovely, and she was giving everyone advice. So yeah, congratulations Keilidh, this palette and this whole collection is absolutely beautiful. If you did enjoy this video and enjoyed watching how I created this beautiful orange and teal eyeshadow look, then please make sure to leave a thumbs up and a comment below, and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Feel free to also follow me over on my Instagram, which is at Lsgmakeup. We are so close now to my 60k end of year goal, so if you can help me out, it would be greatly appreciated. If you have any suggestions of other videos you'd like me to film or palettes you'd like to see me use, then please do leave them in the comments below. But for now, thank you so much again for watching as always, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!